towards the clothes and dress, the respondent is using all the branded clothes wherein one Calvin Klein t-shirt costs around 10,000 per shirt. And per
Yes.
towards the accessories like bangles, sticker, chain, earrings, watches, sandals, slipper, etc., my lord, which is the basic need, my lord, towards it 15,000 per month, my lord.
It is like a bargaining. Like you will give 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs, and the court will, okay, let me give 1 lakh to the. Not the way. You should come before the court with the actual figures. What are all this?
Oh, my lord.
You want 6 lakhs 16,300 per month. Per month as expenses. What is her requirement? Husband must be having 10 crores of income because he's getting, court will grant 5 crores to her. No. It's about, she has to tell what is her expenditure, what is her requirement. Does anybody spend this much? A single lady for herself? Oh, if she wants to spend, let her earn. Not on the husband. That's not the purport of Section 24. And it is not a punishment to the husband that if he is having a dispute with wife to grant 6 lakh 16,000. You should be...
Here in where the lower court has completely never looked the income of the husband, wherein even the court has presumed, my lord, before that.
We are not going into all that arguments.
Yes,
what I wanted to know is what are your expenditure?
Yes, ma'am.
That you tell the court. I already heard all of your ears.
Yes,
So enough.
For the petitioner food expenses at a residence to meet the same standard of nutritious food which the respondent is having at home, she has not been provided with any food there. She has to manage
40,000 next.
Yes, ma'am. For the purpose of food, when the respondent compelled to have food outside in few circumstances.
Yes, next.
My lord, for that. And towards the clothes and dress, the respondent is using all the branded clothes wherein one Calvin Klein t-shirt costs around 10,000 per shirt. And per trousers of the petitioner is also entitled for the same, wherein the present petitioner is using all the old dresses itself.
Yes.
My lord, towards the accessories like bangles, sticker, chain, earnings, watches, sandals, slipper, etc., my lord, which is the basic need, my lord, towards it 15,000 per month, my lord. Towards the medical expenses, cosmetics, and other expenses, my lord, wherein the petitioner is suffering with the knee joint pain and for which she needs to take the regular medication and physiotherapy treatment. Even she is suffering from high fever, tension, panic attack, for which she need to take regular treatment and medication. Due to the negligent act of the husband, she is not in a position to show it to a good doctor and good hospital, for which, as per the at least 4 to 5 lakhs is needed. And my lord, though the respondent is being, my lord, that is, I have, it's a overall cost, my lord, I have bifurcated to a monthly wise also, my lord, in the second column. Though the respondent is being the school fee, paying the school fee and tuition fee to the children, he has completely neglected to look after the children, always being with them as like a mother, and due to which the petitioner is supposed to.
If at least your client is not understanding it, you should understand and you should advise her. Unnecessarily with these kind of expenditures that they give, the court gets the impression of the court would be something. What is this? 8, please tell the court. Every month, 60,000, what she will do?
My lord, wherein, my lord, this is the humble request before the court. Will leave to lordship to decide on this.
Reasonably, you should tell.
Allah.
Not about I will. It is like a bargaining. Like you will give 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs, and the court will, okay, let me give 1 lakh to the. Not the way. You should come before the court with the actual figures. What are all this?
Oh, my lord, wherein I have categorically categorized that these are the needed for her commitment, my lord. And my lord, she is possessing with the loan also, wherein she has to repay that. At that I have produced the document also, gold loan tondi, other loan and other hand loans which she has managed and which is deposited to her bank statement by the mother.
You want 6 lakhs 16,300 per month. Per month as expenses.
My lord, my humble submission before this honorable court with regarding that the landmark judgment wherein Supreme Court has held.
Yes, please pass on.
Lord, the criteria for determining quantum of maintenance, if your lordship read that, in that it covers.
Where is that?
The next page, my lord. Subclause 3, that is Roman 3, my lord. Permanent alimony. Next is criteria for determining quantum of maintenance. That 2 paragraphs, if your lordship read, it conveys the meaning, man.
Quantum of maintenance. The objective of granting interim permanent alimony is ensure that the dependent spouse is not reduced to destitution or vagrance on account of the failure of the marriage and not as a punishment to the other spouse. There is no straitjacket formula for fixing the quantum of maintenance to be awarded. The factors which would weigh with the court inter alia are the status of the parties, reasonable needs of the wife and dependent children, whether the applicant is educated and professionally qualified, whether the applicant has any independent source of income, whether the income is sufficient to enable her to maintain the same standard of living as she was accustomed to in a matrimonial home, whether the applicant was employed prior to her marriage, whether she was working during the subsistence of the marriage, whether the wife was required to sacrifice her employment opportunity for nurturing the family, child rearing, and looking after adult members of the family, reasonable cost of litigation for a non-working woman.
So in this, my lord, the criteria is also important if she's qualified. I have one more judgment which I will rely later.
My
That
lord,
qualification
very-
when you have,
no, very,
don't go for work.
So, at para 84, the Apex Court has referred to the Delhi High Court judgment. It says status of the parties, reasonable wants of the claimant, the independent income and property of the claimant, the number of persons the non-applicants has to maintain, the amount should and aid the applicant to live in a similar lifestyle as she enjoyed in the matrimonial home.
and all, my lord, we have categorically stated that what is the amount debt and what is the expenditure at present she is incurring and what is the amount she is expecting from the court with regarding to maintain her life in the same standard of life that her husband. That and all we have stated in the assets and liability matter. In a detail, it has been categorically.
Just she will not be given maintenance, basing on what the husband is getting. And also other factor
My
is,
lord,
what is her requirement? Husband must be having 10 crores of income because he's getting, court will grant 5 crores to her. No, it's about, she has to tell what is her expenditure, what is her requirement that you didn't even tell before the court, except giving a big figure of so and so. There was no break. What was the breakup? Why? What is that she wants? Never. No, when I asked you to give before this court, if this expenditure that she gave before the court is simple reason and simple ground for this court to dismiss your application.
for her personal
Please
income.
you understood when the court asked you,
Yes.
though it was not given before the trial court, the court asked you for this to consider to grant some amount to her. After looking at all the expenditure what she has placed before the court feels that nothing to be
My
granted.
humble submission, my lord, this court may not order this much, my lord, to a reasonable amount, my lord. My
Why
humble
should I do that exercise? Why should you tell all this? And why should I grant, why should the court grant reasonable amount?
No, my lord, in order to
There's a
show the
duty-
actual picture,
There's
my
a
lord.
duty also. No, please don't tell the court that this is all a person requires. 6,16,300 per month. Does anybody spend this much? A single lady for herself? Oh, if she wants to spend, let her earn. Not on the husband.
My lord, any nominal amount.
But I'm telling you, if this is, if you want an order from the court, I want the actual figures, not this lakhs of figures. Will not grant, or else I'll dismiss your application. Please tell your client, what is this? You have no other responsibility of the family. You don't have to take care of the children. You want for yourself. You say, I want 6,16,000. That's not the purport of section 24. And it is not a punishment to the husband that if he is having a dispute with wife to grant 6,16,000. You should be reasonable in telling it. Not that I will tell some figure and the it is for the court to give some amount or the other. There was no reason for the court to even ask you to file it. I thought if you give the figure and if the court understands what's the requirement, then we'll consider it. But not 6,16,300. A single lady without the responsibility of the kids. Just to take them for a holiday, take them for a lunch, you require 6,16,000. At least how I'm really surprised how she could give all these headings. I think even in that Rajneesh versus Neha, nobody knows that these many headings will be available. Very strange. Final opportunity for you. Come up with a reasonable thing. Reasonable, I'm again telling you. If it is like this kind of a thing, straight away we'll dismiss it.
That is the expenditure anticipated by this court. That is that the petitioner is expecting from this court. That is not the incurred so far.
There is no anticipation. The provision is for her requirements.
Yes, my lord.
Court is
No,
not here
that
to.
is towards the
uh,
needed amount, my lord. That is not the actually she has spent so far. That is the amount which she is seeking from.
Which law says so that you should, in anticipation of something, you should ask for maintenance?
Allah, my lord, that much capacity she is not having at present. That is why we have filed that application. She is needed of that amount and she has been forced to.
If you want to stick to the same ground, we have to pass orders.
Allah, which she is
Please
expecting from this
please
form.
come up with appropriate affidavit, then we will see.